Ryan Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
This is Carlos Brown, letting you know that we're on the move. You can now catch the Carlos Brown Show beginning this July on the Black College Sports Network each and every Saturday from 11 to 1 Eastern Time. That's 10 to 12 Central Time. Same time, new place. On Facebook at the Carlos Brown Show and Black College Sports Network. Online at www.mybcsn.net and on the BCSN app available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.
Let's get back to strolling instead of scrolling. Before we can safely come together, we need the facts on COVID-19 vaccines. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision for yourself and for your family.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and for all those who's listening and watching it from around the world. And we are now live from the corner of Dalton and Lynch Street. It's the show where we take you inside the game before the game begins. It's the pregame with your host, Charles Bishop and Neely. So get ready, because we pregame harder than the other show's party. It's the pregame.
And welcome into the pregame show. We are coming to you live from Miami. Charles Bishop, Neely, we are finally in Miami.
Man, Chuck, you know, I thought you were about to say, I'm in Miami beat. I was like, man, I know Chuck ain't finna go there. Like the first show of the season, live from Miami with the Miami Cam. I know Chuck ain't finna say I'm in Miami. But yeah, Chuck, we are finally in Miami.
Yes, indeed. Looking forward to this phenomenal match of Orange Blossom Classic, Jackson State versus Florida A&M University. You're talking about the history, the nostalgia of the Orange Blossom Classic, two, some say blue blood programs in all of HBCU football, but this should be an exciting Sunday for all of HBCU culture.
It should be, Chuck, and at least one of the programs is blue blood. for sure. The one we rocking, we know that much. And it is Labor Day weekend, Sunday afternoon game. Don't have work the next day, so you got to tune in. You still got time to get here to Miami. Truth be told, Chuck. You do realize, Chuck, it's just Wednesday.
Right, exactly. I know. The pregame show got down here pretty early.
Yeah, it's the pre game show, because we're going to be going live every day, bringing y'all special reports, interviews, updates, exclusive. We spent some time with the team just a little while ago. Coach Prime, the other coaching staff, they were down there having a meal, enjoying some camaraderie. So, Chuck, we got a lot to cover.
We got a lot
Wednesday,
to cover.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the Orange Blossom Classic.
You're right. Got to keep the main thing. Sunday, the pregame show. Tune in. As we always say, like, share, subscribe, but tune in for the live pregame show for Jackson State, Florida A&M. Get ready to put toe to leather. I tell you what, Neely, you talked about the camaraderie. We were just down there with dinner. Guys have a nice time. It was a great opportunity for guys just to bond again. Nice flight. Everybody came in excited. And Orange Blossom Classic, they rolled out the orange carpet and really welcomed the Jackson State football team to Miami, Florida.
Man, it's a great show to see the I Believe buses parked out front. And you got a bus with offense, defense, I Believe all across it. We're going to get y'all some shots of that. And yeah, they rolled out the orange carpet. Not FAMU orange Blossom Classic orange. So blue and white with a hint of red balloons down there.
Yeah.
So the team is having a good time, man, and glad everybody has safe travels getting here. And we would be remiss, Chuck, if we didn't give a shout out and let people know in Louisiana, in New Orleans, that y'all are still in our thoughts and prayers. Ida did a lot of damage to the infrastructure there as far as power and electricity and getting goods and services out. A lot of the schools there, including HBCUs, have moved to other cities to keep the semester going, as well as other colleges. I think Tulane has moved their athletic department over to Birmingham, and the game that they were going to have has been moved to Oklahoma. So everybody's adjusting. I think the Saints are having to adjust their schedule. So our thoughts and prayers are always, with the folks in Louisiana, Mississippi, particularly central Mississippi, home of Jackson State. We kind of dodged the bullet. We had some wind and rain, but did not really get what Ida dropped on Louisiana. So, man, much love and respect to our neighbors there. Y'all, people walk around and speak for each other.
No doubt, much love and respect to our neighbors over in Louisiana, our fellow HBCU counterparts over there, Xavier Bill at Southern New Orleans, Southern Baton Rouge, but definitely prayers are extended to our Louisiana family and our network mate, Carlos Brown Show comes on Saturday mornings here on the Black College Sports Network. Definitely prayers going in that direction.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Carlos Brown Show covering Southern University, Southern Baton Rouge sports. Anybody y'all need anything, y'all reach out to the pregame show. Matter of fact, Jackson State Athletics sent the bus down to help the volleyball team from Tennessee State get back to Nashville as Ida was hit, and Tennessee State posted that. And so we're going to do our part, man, not only the pregame show, but Jackson State University as whole, Jackson State Athletics, to help out where we can with those in need.
No doubt about it. Well, Neely, fast forward here to Miami, Florida. You set up the old Miami cam, catching little Biscayne Boulevard exit action up back there.
Yeah.
Not exciting.
Not the Miami I was looking for, but it's giving y'all something. We are here, man. We're gonna get to the other part. Once we get off the app, Got to be careful though, Chuck. Got to be careful because I was at the airport and made eye contact. Man, she had the eyebrows done. You know how you can tell somebody smiling through the mask.
Yeah.
She had to walk. Everything was perfect. Got the baggage claim and she took that mask off. And man, even though the chicks on Mortal Kombat, when they take the mask off, you're just like, man, that was it. You got to be careful down here. You got to wait till they take the mask off, Chuck.
Finish him. Oh, man. Miami, Jackson State, Florida A&M, Orange Blossom Classic. Neely, we're going to get to a bunch of storylines in regards to this game. But tonight is sort of the introduction to Jackson State to this Orange Blossom Classic festive atmosphere. They, like we said, they did a tremendous job in terms of welcoming Jackson State. And I tell you what, when the buses turned in here to the hotel, there was a throng of cameras that was out there to meet.
Man, you couldn't draw it up better. You couldn't script it better. A.D. Robinson had a conversation with him, and he was appreciative of the pregame show being here, and know that we have believed in before it was a mantra, before it was a motto since 2018 when the A.D. was showing up in a little white van, to road games. Now we're flying private, and man, the camaraderie between the athletic department at all levels, from the AD to the coaches to the players, everybody's excited to be here. Chuck, but I got to tell you, there was a message on the big board right outside Coach Prime's office where the coaches meet. And so you have all the players' names in the depth chart as it was taking development. But in the middle of that, there was a handwritten note that said, "Can we beat FAMU with the guy that you have on this board?" Now we are here, Chuck.
Yeah.
You have this expanded roster of folks that are on the team, and then you have a travel squad where you had a travel squad developed for this first road game right here to the Orange Blossom Classic. So the guys that are here are the ones that the coaches believe in, that they have developed that trust with, and that's what training camp is about, that fall camp. And when school has been started the past 2 weeks to, hey, who can we trust? Who can we count on leading into this Sunday? Because Chuck, you can remember, man, back in whether it was May, June, July, we've been having this countdown of sorts, on the JSU athletic site where you see 50 days to the game, 40 days to the game. And Chuck, we're 5 days, 4 days if you will now. Sunday is upon us, and so it's time for some Tiger football, man. We had that spring season, which always, even though I respect the spring season, I know you do. Alabama A&M is the champion of the spring season. It's a real season. They get a real trophy. But all eyes were on this fall 2021 season because everybody knew that was Coach Prime's first season with his recruit class, with his guys that can play, with him having a summer fall camp instead of starting, in December like he did for the spring season. He effectively took over December 1st. Well, now he's had a spring, he's had a summer, and we are here starting off with a SWAC East opponent.
And we said it often on the show that the trajectory always was building toward the fall in terms of Coach Prime getting the caliber of athlete that he wanted to get in here at Jackson State, and the melding of this team together during camp. Neely, we had an opportunity to watch it up close from where they were at the beginning of camp, the middle of camp, to the final scrimmage, to where they are now. I think this team has started to really gel really well.
Yeah, I do too. I don't think there's a complete gelling until you get to a game.
Yeah.
Because you can, some things you can simulate in practice, but it ain't real till it's real. And I think there's going to be some more coming together, after the first quarter, after the second quarter, in that locker room at halftime, about the fourth quarter, when the Tigers walk out of their victorious this Orange Blossom Classic and take that W back to Jackson, you're going to see that team really start to grow and kind of harness that energy. But Chuck, you're exactly right, man. Having been with these guys part of this spring, having access to the coaches' meetings, access to the closed practices and seeing these guys work, you can see it all coming together. And it's all starting to mesh and reach that mesh point where we got a team by golly. And we've always pointed to some individual units that are just ahead of where we were in spring, no doubt about it. The D line is better. We're going to see it better equates on game day. We're going to be looking at that running game. The receiver core is deep and they're all fast and all talented. That secondary, those linebackers. So now we're going to get to see that offensive line that has spent a training camp together. This spring you had an offensive line that every game it was a new unit out there practically. Well, now we're coming in with the offensive line that's been working with QB1. So we'll see how it goes.
And you mentioned individual units, and I tell you what, amidst the festivities of the welcoming in of Jackson State, certain units, they already got that Nas New York State of mind face going. You talk about Aubrey Miller and Keontae Hampton, both all SWAC selections in the spring. But I tell you what, amidst the laughter and the smiles, they had their game face already kind of painted on. So
yeah, you can see it, man. It's coming together. That crescendo is building, toward Sunday. Got here this afternoon, evening, you might as well say, but tomorrow there's going to be a practice. And so that's when that light switch will really hit you, that we're practicing for a game that's a couple of days away, and we're no longer in Jackson, Mississippi. We're practicing in Miami, just down the street from the Hard Rock where the game will be played. So I expect some intensity tomorrow. I know the coaches are, meeting up now and making some adjustments. It ain't over. Adjustments ain't over till the game starts, and then adjustments continue while the game is played. So you're going to see, hey, let's do this. Let's try this. What about this look? So there are going to be some interesting things to watch for this Sunday. But we got to get to Sunday. We got practice Thursday, practice Friday. Got some stuff Saturday. Got some team activities that we were bringing y'all updates on. But it all is going toward Chuck Sunday afternoon Orange Blossom Classic here in Miami.
No doubt, Orange Blossom Classic, and we will get into the history and the lore of the game. Phenomenal interview with one of the greats of all time in terms of Jackson State football, Roy Curry. Got his memories on the Orange Blossom Classic. Jackson State won the 1962 Orange Blossom Classic, in which he was the MVP. He has some tremendous memories. So looking forward to teasing this tonight in terms of putting it out there with Roy Curry and his memories of the Orange Blossom Classic. But Jackson State family through the years, they have had some tremendous battles. I know we all remember just a few years ago, it was a Hail Mary. Jackson State knocked off Florida A&M. So it has been some great battles through the years.
You would stop talking just when I took a sip. I mean, you were setting that Roy Curry thing up perfectly. I grabbed a little apple juice and then hit you stop it. Boy, Chuck, you hell. You hell on your boy Neely, Chuck.
I know, right?
You hell on your boy Neely. But I don't want to, Lieutenant, what's going on, brother? I don't want to just leave that Roy Curry thing hanging right there, man, because phenomenal interview. For those not familiar, Roy Curry played quarterback at Jackson State and was a Michael Vick or Randall Cunningham or Lamar Jackson before you had those kind of names. He was that quarterback that could use his arms, his legs, and his wits out there, and brought Jackson State to that victory in the Orange Blossom Classic, was the Orange Blossom Classic MVP. And you may recall a point of contention on this show when we had a discussion about who is the GOAT QB of Jackson State history. I voted Sean Gregory. Chuck voted Roy Curry. Chuck spent some time with Roy Curry, man, exceptional interview. We're going to be bringing that to y'all in parts over the next 4 days. About 8-10 minute segments somewhere in there. So deep dive into history of what that game meant historically, and now this resurgence of it, that the Orange Blossom Classic is back and it's Jackson State and FAMU in Miami.
Yeah, and I mean, when you take a look at Roy Curry, this is, and we talk about know your Jackson State history. This is a time in history before really the HBCU athlete was really starting to be known. When you take a look at the late 50s, early 60s, and Roy Curry sort of fits right in that little time frame before this explosion of HBCU athletes that were going to the NFL. And he talks about it fondly in terms of his teammates, the underclassmen, if you will. They got the opportunities, whereas he did not get the opportunity to play quarterback in the NFL. But just tremendous sitting down, talking to him and getting those memories. And it's important. It's very important that we continue to shed a light on the yesteryear, if you will, of HBCU football, and especially these athletes that are still around with us.
And the mantra is building on tradition, blazing new trails, and there's no greater tradition than Roy Curry and the era he played in. You think about the Willie and Gloucester Richardsons, and
yes,
all those players who were literally kicking down that door to go from Jackson State College, if you will, to the NFL. But even then, were not afforded some opportunities. You know, Roy Curry was player hated and baller blocked and not being able to be a quarterback. But it's because you have the Roy Currys that you later had the Doug Williams and the Steve McNairs, where they were given those opportunities. And then even with Roy Curry, you know, he's a couple, and college generation is 4 years. He's still some generations before, as you said, Chuck, we just had phenomenal athletes coming in. He was the start of a particular era. Then you had all those players and draft picks come. And then it was after that you saw the exodus from HBCUs to PWIs and the Power Fives, if you will. And then it led us into the 80s and mid 80s. And we were still doing our thing, but you know, now you were competing not just in recruiting with HBCUs, but recruiting with Power Five and traditionally white college football programs, where Roy Curry was at the front of that, where we played HBCUs and we can play the next level, go pro. And that's something that you see Coach Prime is trying to reestablish and make it be not you remember back when, but to make it be a thing now. You have that kind of parity, if you will. You know, you and I were at Jackson State when you had a Jimmy Smith playing receiver for Jackson State, but you had an Aeneas Williams playing corner for Southern, a Hall of Famer and a future Hall of Famer on the field at the same time. So this thing is not about just Jackson State, it's about all HBCUs. And you're going to see, right down the name Sunday, there's going to be some names called in this game Sunday in the NFL draft.
I promise you, there will be some names called this upcoming Sunday. There will be the NFL draft. And Neely, we're starting to see this renaissance of NFL caliber players looking at HBCUs, and it's very important that we stop and take a look at it, enjoy what we're seeing, because this is important. This is a cultural shift, or a paradigm shift, if you will, in terms of.
This is where you keep talking, Chuck. When you see me pick that up, that's where you keep talking.
Of course, but when we talk about a paradigm shift in terms of these athletes looking at HBCU schools, is very important. Jackson State, not only with a tremendous number of transfers and top-notch high school players looking at Jackson State, Florida A&M, they as well had one of the best recruiting classes back in 2019. Number of transfers came in, and some high-quality players. So you're going to see talent on both sides of the ball.
Sure, and Willie Simmons is he's a swag guy, man. You know, he's no stranger to the swag. This is not a swag versus MEAC challenge. These are two swag schools now, and Florida A&M's head coach has swag experience, cut his teeth. He was groomed and raised in swag, so he knows the culture and knows what it's about, and they're going to be up for this challenge, and it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a great game because you've got high-level coaching and high-level players on both sides of the ball. Chuck, I do want to point something out to the people out there.
Oh,
that is very important. You know, we got that Miami cam showing you the boulevard out there, and you're over there chilling in the lounge. You know, I think your drink is just off the camera. But Chuck, we gotta tell the people where I am. When you look behind me and you see all of these laptops and computers charging up, that's not for the pregame show. This is getting all of the computers charged up and ready to go for study hall this week. Because school is in place and the team is here in Miami, but class does not stop. So there's time carved out today, Thursday and Friday for academics. So that's what you see behind me. We're still putting the student and student athlete and getting those devices charged up so school work can continue while they're here going through the mechanics of getting ready for a game. 1400 Lynch Street, the classroom, travel with them.
So all those professors watching the pregame show, because we know you are, because you've inboxes, take a look. Studying is still going on.
Everybody will have their assignments in on Tuesday, and the only reason they won't have them in Monday is because Monday is a holiday.
There you go, Monday is a holiday. Well, I'll tell you what, Neely, let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back with a little bit more of the pregame show, where we'll start talking about some of the storylines that you and I will be looking at as we go through the week. It's Neely is Bishop here on the Black College Sports Network.
This is the BCSN Pod Zone, your place for the news, views, and conversations about all things related to HBCU athletics. Hear the BCSN Sports Wrap, Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab, Knights of the Round Table, the pregame show, the Carlos Brown Show, the ONG, Strike Zone, and more in one place. We are changing the way you consume HBCU sports, one broadcast at a time.
Let's get back to getting ticks instead of watching flicks. Before we can safely get out there, we need the facts on COVID-19 vaccines. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision for yourself and for your crew.
If you're looking for quality seafood with friendly service, then the Fish Shack is the place for you. We're fast, fresh, and convenient, and ready to serve you today. You can order online and come in, or pick up your food curbside. We have outdoor seating as well. Need something to cool your taste buds? We have tasty daiquiris that you're sure to love. So come see us today at the Fish Shack in Byram, where we have great seafood and good daiquiris.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do. Brian, AD, Roy, all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
We are all relentless in our pursuit to get better.
I honestly just need more accuracy and more distance.
Okay. Contact is solid. Spin rate's a little out of control, costing you a lot of yardage. Let's make some adjustments here. And I'm going to move the weight. So I put it all the way back in the heel. Allow the club face to square up a little easier for you.
Love that one.
You know you can get better. We know we can help.
And welcome back into the pregame show. It is Neely as Bishop live from Miami, Florida, Jackson State, Florida A&M, Orange Blossom Classic. You know, Neely, we got a lot of storylines to really look at during the course of the week. What are some of the things that you're looking forward to with regards to this game on Sunday?
The trenches, offensive line, D-line play. So we're going to bring y'all some conversations the next few days with Coach Jeff Weeks, D-line coach, Coach Marcus, O-line coach. To get their thoughts on the build-up of those two units, because I think that's where it's going to start, and I think that's where it's going to end, Chuck. You know, everybody's excited, rightly so, to see what Shedeur Sanders is bringing to the table. And speaking of Shedeur Sanders, Chuck, that little snafu that's just happened, we might need to get with him and get you some beats.
I know, give me some beats. Shout out to Shedeur, securing the bag.
Yeah, name, image, and likeness. So QB1 with the Beats deal, that was a good look for the university, for the brand, for him, for all HBCU athletes. But Chuck, what I was saying was that everybody's excited about to see what this new quarterback, this freshman quarterback, bring 4-star recruit brings to the table. But there's so many other parts to that. The protection from that offensive line. Can this D-line this season stop the run, which is something that we couldn't quite get a grasp of in the spring season. Is the secondary going to show out? There's some talent back there, secondary, a lot of hype back there. The kicking game. So there's a lot of stories behind the story, And we're going to dig deep into this week and bring it all to you.
Yes, indeed. I mean, and you talked about the trenches. I think a lot of Jackson State fans really want to see if this Jackson State team has turned the corner with regards to defensive line, with regards to offensive line. But I think special teams will also have a say in this game as well.
Yeah, I'm just out here walking around, Chuck. Watch this. I see my good friend Rob J. I was gonna mess with him because he always messes with me. So he sneak up on me.
This is definitively Neely, folks. This is what he does. This is what I.
Wait. Let me flip the camera around on. I'm gonna get him, Chuck. Look at Rob J right there, y'all. He put a napkin on his face. Chuck. This is what happens when you live, man. But no, the athletic department staff is in there having a nice little dinner.
We're gonna go crash right after the show. So
yeah, but hey, some folks got to work, Chuck.
What?
We here working. Got some folks walking up behind each other. I know.
What you got back there?
Man, I got Matthew Bradford just walked up behind me live on the pregame.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, dude? Yes, sir. Now, if y'all got warrants now, you can see it. It's live. So if you walk up on me,
hey, nothing like having Jack State fans walk up on us. Matt Bradford. Is that my neighbor Terry Reed back there?
That is.
Yeah, just doing a live show.
Yeah.
Proud alternate right there.
Chuck in there.
It's all about these, baby.
No, wait, baby. It's all about you. It's about the fans.
It's about the fans, exactly. Yes, indeed.
You know we're gonna smoke some cigars.
Got him.
I got it.
We got it.
No, say he ain't got nothing. Oh, I thought you said he ain't got it.
And let me tell you, that's the beauty of this show is the live feedback from the fans. My guy Terry Reed coming in, 4700 block. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Matt Bradford, the I Love Finest, holding it down for the Florida alumni of Jackson State University. What's up, Sid? What's going on with you, brother? No doubt. But this is what it's about. It's about this camaraderie, and everybody's vaccinated. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, because that's one of the themes within this show is making sure that you get vaccinated, and so that we can get back to some normal.
And if you're looking on the camera there, you'll see some B-roll from when we spent time with the team earlier for their dinner. Coach Prime was walking around each table talking to his coaches and his athletes. So Chuck and I spent a little time down there with those guys. And we're here at the team hotel, man, going to be here all week. It is Wednesday, Chuck. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. And the pregame show is here on Wednesday to kick things off here for the Orange Blossom Classic. And, there's my guy, Dennis Driscoll.
That is Dennis Driscoll. Yeah.
Yes. The great
it wouldn't be a live show from the team hotel without a Dennis Driscoll pop.
There you go. Exactly. That is the unprecedented access and the great relationships that we talk about here on the pregame show, Neely.
Yeah. So Chuck, when you got here, man, those buses pulled up and you saw what was taking place, how did it make you feel as a Jacksonian pregame show, being from Jackson, going to Jackson State, big fan, it's history buff that you are, to see those buses pull into Miami, Florida?
Chills. That's literally what you got. When you saw those buses come around the corner and that big I believe bus, I tell you what, it was a beautiful scene to see. And then the throng of cameras that greeted this team, there was a palpable excitement with regards to Jackson State showing up here in Miami, and looking forward to it building up even more. And I tell you what, you had the offense, defense, you had the coaching staff, you had the support staff. It was one accord, if you will, coming around that corner with regards to Jackson State football. So it's a beautiful thing to watch, and it's what you expect from Jackson State football. This is what it's supposed to look like.
And I got to be honest with you, Chuck, I'm still on palatable. When you drop palatable on them, I just froze right there. I tell you, Chuck Bishop took word power, and he took it with him the rest of his life. He didn't see a lot of folks take word power, and once the semester, they leave it right there. Chuck knows a man's horizons are limited only by his vocabulary. When Chuck got palatable, he been waiting 30 years to put that in a sentence, and he just nailed it.
Right there. Exactly. As you're taking a look at more B-roll from the guys coming in earlier today. And like you said, this is the kickoff this Orange Blossom Classic. Really looking forward to everything.
And great look, man. Those Blazers.
Yeah,
those
Blazers.
The coaches in red Blazers, the players in the blue. The energy was up, man. It was just a beautiful thing to behold. And it's going to be more, but there's some team outings, after practice and team meetings and those kind of things. And some extracurricular stuff that are going to drive home the potential careers that these young men can have a role in after their playing days are done, their college days are done. So it's a bevy, if I can borrow a Chuck Bishop word, there's a bevy of activities planned for the Orange Blossom Classic for the athletes. And, so people are here, man, safe, vaccinated, masked up, doing the right thing, social distance, and looking forward to a beautiful game on Sunday.
Yeah, and you can see in the comments, the Tigers are looking, someone says blade sharp. I tell you what, those Blazers look nice. Not only the blue Blazers, but Neely, I know your favorite, buddy, the red.
Oh,
Blazers.
I saw the red. I got to give it to Coach Hart. I think Coach Hart won the red Blazer look. He was rocking that red Blazer, boy. He was sharp. I see some red balloons back there, Chuck.
Yes, red balloons. They rolled out the old carpet today for Jackson State.
Hey, QB1 right there, and Dylan Spencer going in. Man, it's a great look, great day to be a Tigers. It's always a great day to be a Tiger. And the team arriving here to the hotel with the support they had from the fans that were here. Just amazing to behold, man. Like, it is finally here, Chuck. The Orange Blossom Classic is here. The pregame show will be live every day of the week leading up to. Wait till you see the access, Chuck. Wait till the fans see the access. The Coach Prime has opened his doors, because he wants us to bring it to you, the alums, the fans, supporters of this program. So we're gonna be bringing you some behind the scenes stuff. Chuck, I'm from West Jackson. When I hear something behind me, I have to look back now. So yeah, I know I'm in this nice hotel, but I can't turn off instinct. I thought I heard or something. I hope that.
Oh man. Shout out to West Jackson. West Jackson State of mind. Huh?
I thought I heard Chuck. Thought I heard something.
There you go.
You got time to play with it.
Well, like you said, Neely, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we will be embedded with this team. We'll make sure that we bring you updates as we come through, and we'll get into the storylines as we go through. And like we mentioned, know your history. We'll want to highlight that history of Jackson State football.
Chuck, keep talking. I'm going to grab the schedule and give people some highlights from the schedule. I'll be right back.
Sure thing. Because and talking about the history part, you're talking about Jackson State legends with regards to the Orange Blossom Classic. A name that you should become familiar with, Big John Merritt. Just in case you're not familiar, he was Jackson State's coach from 1952 to 1962. But he brought this Jackson State team to this Orange Blossom Classic in 1961 and 1962. Two epic games against Florida A&M. Let me throw out some names in that 1961 and 1962 Orange Blossom Classic. We mentioned the great Roy Curry, Willie Richardson for Jackson State, Chico Jordan for Jackson State, names that you should know. Leslie Speedy Duncan was one of the quickest guys, I'm told, in all of HBCU football in the early 60s. You talk about Florida A&M, Bullet Bob Hayes, Everybody should know that name, Bullet Bob Hayes. He changed the NFL. There was no more bump and run. You had the zone that guy because he was so fast. Of course,
Talk that talk, Chuck.
1960 Olympics. Bob Paramore, another name of Florida A&M athletic lore, but just so many great names, and it is important. Again, know your history of Jackson State football, know your history of HBCU football. It's important that we always remember and always give credence to it. Neely, we got a schedule here in front of us, huh?
Yeah, we got a schedule, man. Some of the activities, of course, cannot divulge everything that's on the schedule because some things have to remain private just for the sanctity of competitive spirit, man. You can't get a whole recipe out, Chuck. I can tell you the sauce is tomato based, but I can't tell you what all is in it.
Yes, indeed.
Like it don't work that way, but I will tell you this, Chuck, that it's 9 Eastern time and about 1 a.m. Thursday morning, a couple hours from now, that equipment truck is going to pull up. That 18 wheeler that left out of Jackson will be pulling up. So that's going to be here. Some of the AD staff walking by back there, got to give them a shout out. Got practice in the morning. It's going to be similar schedule to like we're on campus with those unit meetings, special teams, offense, defense. Load the bus, head over to a practice first part of the morning. Then there's some activities, team lunch back here at the hotel. And Chuck, you see it 12:45 p.m.
Gotta get it.
2:45.
Yeah.
12:45 to 2:45. No, not strength and conditioning. No, not stretching, not yoga. Study. Class time. Then there's a team outing, Chuck, after that. You and I have an outing tomorrow night. Shout out to We Came to Play. We're going to be on the rooftop down at Dream on Collins. So y'all make sure, get those tickets online, show up in person. We're going to be going at it live. We came to play on that rooftop down on Collins.
Shout out to DJ Unpredictable as we look forward to bringing you some more content from Dreams tomorrow up on the rooftop. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to really bringing our Jackson State fan base as close to this team as we possibly can. So that is one of our aims with the pregame show, is to open the curtain a little bit so you can see this Jackson State team up close and personal.
And in that regard, man, big shout out to Coach Prime and his staff, A.D. Robinson and his staff for the support that they've given the pregame show, and it's all access. The trust that they have that we know what needs to be seen and how to keep things sacred that are in this team environment. But man, the ability to attend those coaches meetings, the ability to attend those players meetings, to have access to the sideline, the locker room, it's just going to be some special content for the pregame show audience. So you make sure you stay tuned. Like it, share it, subscribe on YouTube, because we got about 5 days of content. And Chuck, we do it all again next week. This is week 1. It comes after week 1 is week 2. So we rolling this here, baby.
We go right from the Orange Blossom Classic, and we will see you in Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson State, Tennessee State, the Southern Heritage Classic, one of the highest attended classics in all of HBCU football. I tell you what, Orange Blossom Classic, Southern Heritage Classic, whew, WC Gordon Classic. This Jackson State team will be up close and personal, up close and front and center, if you will, this upcoming season. Really looking forward to bringing you as much content as possible.
Yeah, during week 0 when Alcorn played, and Opt Out U played in the Mid-Jack Swag Challenge, came up a little short there, if you will. Jay Walker, your good friend, Chuck. Your good friend Jay Walker gave a list of his Give Me 5 classics. Southern Heritage Classic was in there, man. It was in there. It was in there.
As well it should be. So looking forward to it. Neil.
Bayou Classic was not. Bayou Classic was not one of Jay Walker's top 5 classics for this fall football season. Interesting.
Email Jay Walker.
You can email him at cbishop1906. They are best buddies.
Yes, indeed, man. Looking forward to it. Yeah, throw me under the grease with my Jackson State fan base. Look, I tell you what, Neely, are there any parting words for this Wednesday introduction night with Jackson State coming in here to the Orange Blossom Classic?
A couple updates, man. We're going to cover practice tomorrow morning, bringing you some clips and interviews from that. We'll be back live in the evening, recapping the day. Have some coaches drop by, have some players drop by. Chuck, I keep looking behind me. Y'all think it's a game. It's not you, brother. It's me. I just like, hey. Man, I heard footsteps. I'm like, oh, let me get this way, Chuck. I had to get down there amongst them. But we're going to bring you some interviews for some coaches and some players. So you'll get some I guess, lack of a better description, some teasers in the morning through the midday, updating you guys what's been taking place on Thursday. But then we're back live Thursday afternoon from the rooftop down on Dream College with We Came to Play. Then it starts over Friday. Then it starts over Saturday. Then Sunday is the game.
Sunday is the game. Looking forward to it. Neely, I'm going to let you cover your backside there, man. We're going to sign off for the night. Oh, man, this has been fun. This introduction into Miami, Florida, Jackson State, Florida A&M, the Orange Blossom Classic, Charles Bishop, Neely, the pregame show here on the Black College Sports Network. Until tomorrow, everybody, we got a team. We're going to fight. We're going to win. See you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and for all those who's listening and watching it from around the world. And we are now live from the corner of Dalton and Lynch Street. It's the show where we take you inside the game before the game begins. It's the pregame with your host, Charles Bishop and Neely. So get ready, because we pregame harder than the other show's party. It's the pregame.